the big thing for me going into the start of the season was just how the players were in a mental state, because I obviously, like I said to you, I wasn't aware of how much a hangover we were having from the disappointing end to the season. Not only to have missed out, in the automatic, but to miss out in the playoffs. So I think it sort of affected us or the players more than I expected. But I mean, listen, a week's a long time in football, and the 2 results we've had has certainly lifted the group. I think the signing of Jet was a big one coming in the building last Friday, and that certainly lifted the players and sort of got us on the front foot again. The league is more competitive, but I don't think there's a real runaway team, as I said, like a Wigan. So I think everyone's very cautious and wary of everyone in the division, as there was last year. I think nothing's changed. I think everyone would be feeling that they've improved their squads. Some new managers, some new teams come in, but I think we'll approach every game the same, is that we'll give Bury again the respect they deserve. We've done our homework, we're prepared for them, but I always say that we've got to be thinking and concentrating on what we're good at and continuing the momentum that we've picked up in the first couple of games. And we know how key and crucial that is. If you can get a good momentum throughout the group and in the first 10-12 games, and it can stand you in very good stead for the remainder of the season. Well, we had some good news, which I think we are due a bit of good news, that Daki's scan results came back, that there wasn't no long-term injury. There was no ligaments, and the knee was in good shape. That just a bit of bruising there. So we're hopeful that he could be back in a week or 2. So that was a real boost, and something that I felt that we deserved a little bit of luck along the way. Max will go through a procedure that's put in place by the Football League. Has to go through a 6-7 day procedure of training with no dizziness, no after effects. He's in today. He's had 48 hours rest. He was discharged. He feels good, so that's a positive. So we go through the procedure, and that hopefully no setbacks. That 6 days max will be fit and able to play.
I've come here because I want to win trophies at the end of the day. I feel like they can, I feel like the club with the squad they've got, I feel like we can definitely mount a challenge to win the title this season. So, it's something I want to do. It's a long season, it's going to be a lot of hard work, but with the players that, that are coming in and the players that are already here and been able to keep hold of, I think it's going to be a positive season.
How big an influence was Justin Edinburgh in the transfer to the club?
Massive, yeah. He was a massive influence. He's been different class. He's been phoning me and driving me mad actually. So, but it was, it was something that I looked at, and when he kind of presented the opportunity to me and talked about the club and what he's got planned for the club and where he sees us going, it really sort of, I had other options in the league, in League One to go to, but after speaking to Justin and the chairman, I felt like this was definitely the best place to be.